Morning, everybody. So, um, yeah, let's just get right into it, I guess. Another one from the collection. So as you can see, I no longer have that 24th scale Abrams tank sitting on top of the Typhoon like I used to. In some of my older videos, or just some of the photos that I've taken if you scrounge the social medias. And that is because I traded it for this. This is a older model Ecx Ruckus. Now, I've had 2 or 3 of these two-wheel drive models before, and I also had a couple of 4-wheel drive models. I regret selling my 2-wheel drive, even though it was a newer one. I like this older body better. I think it looks a whole hell of a lot cooler. Just got that old, early 2000s panache. It just looks so cool. So let's get into it. The body pins are removed. Your basic 2-wheel drive monster truck setup. Receiver, steering servo, all that's in here under this cover. It's got a Traxxas XL5 system. It's got, looks like the original 20-turn Dynamite motor. I believe that's what my newer version came with when I bought it a while back, so I assume that 20-turn is relatively proper for it to be stock. So I'd assume it's got the stock gearing, because after running it, it's not the fastest thing in the world. It's about as fast as the stock ones that I had went, so I would assume all the gears are original. The driveline is original. Just a little dirty. No real problems. Nothing seems broken. Nothing's really broken. Aside from maybe that front bumper. Although it looks like that was purposeful. Looks like it was supposed to be small. I think the newer one that I had, it stuck out a little further. So maybe that's just how the original ones were. But yeah, I mean, it's just your basic 2-wheel drive monster truck setup. It's fairly durable. I mean, I've been bashing it around the yard a little bit. It's definitely fun. It's the whole reason why I missed this truck, and why I wanted to trade that tank for it, because it's just a fun all-around yard basher. Now it's got the standard 12mm hexes like every other, or 10th scale RC truck, like the Stampede, the Rustler, the Slash. It's got these nice, plastic chromed, we have monster truck style wheels on it, and honestly, they look really nice. The ones that I had that were newer didn't have. They were just kind of black plastic. They looked all right. Newer tread. These are the older tread patterns for the tires, and these just look cool. And just the look and the feel of it. This thing is fun. I've already had it bashing around the yard. I've got some footage I'm going to make up in another video of this thing jumping around and hauling ass through my yard, and around the parking lot at my shop and such. So I mean, is this thing going to get modified? Probably not. If something breaks and I can get an upgrade part for it, sure. But this one I'm just going to leave alone. Maybe I'll add some lights to it. Maybe I'll print up a couple of light buckets for the rear, or I may just use a standard light kit in the rear, and maybe I'll print up something that'll bolt onto the front that can add lights to like a front bumper mount or something. Just because if I add the standard little metal light kits to this thing right here, like what I've done on these, on this body, the lights aren't going to face straight forward, so I mean, it's not going to do what I want it to. So maybe I'll, like I said, print up a nice little mount for 2 or 4 LED lights up in the front, and then just run the back ones to right about where they should go on the back, as those will work just fine. So we'll see. Look forward to seeing some of this in the future, because this thing is cool as hell. Now, These Ruckuses, I know you used to be able to buy them for like 150 bucks, ready to run, brand new, brushed motors, with battery, everything ready to go. I haven't seen a whole lot of them around. I mean, if you go to some hobby shops, you'll see them sometimes, new in box, or, you know, somebody will have them like partially, you know, they'll be used, but they'll look really nice like this. But, you know, overall it's a really good starter truck, and it's a really good one to like learn on if you're new to the hobby. And a durability standpoint, like I said, these things are pretty durable. Everything is easily accessible on these, easily replaced, and you know, most of the parts you can find everywhere, and or you can find an equivalent part from RPM or, you know, some of the aftermarket companies. You can find parts for these things still. But either way, now for the price, if you can find one, if you just want something to add to your collection just to mess around with, because I mean, you can tell most of my trucks, I drive all of these, all of them get used, you know, except for the ones that aren't running, like the Scrapyard Toyota. You know, all of these get driven to a certain extent, but some of them I like to just thrash around more than others. Like, I let my dogs chase that one because it's four-wheel drive, it's fast, and, you know, it's good exercise for the pups, and it's fun to watch this thing haul ass and the dog is chasing after it like goofballs, you know. So, I mean, for a good yard basher, if you can find one, or, you know, just a nice little collector's piece to, you know, have to drive around on asphalt just to show off, like, hey, I've got one of these. You're not going to see one of these in this condition very often. I mean, this is in really good shape. Like I said, I got this used from a buddy of mine, traded the tank for it, and I think I've only seen one other one that looked identical to this on Marketplace, and it was just kind of, pretty sure I watched it bounce bounce from this guy to this guy to this guy, and they were all selling it for about the same price, you know, within months of each other. So maybe it's, you know, just the curse of the Ecx branding, because you don't really see many of them anymore. But, you know, fun truck. Love the brand. Pretty durable, cheap, and, you know, you really can't go wrong if you can find one. Well, thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. If you liked today's video, hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified all my new videos. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out on any of the social medias that I will have linked in the description below, or just comment right on this video, or you also have the option to email me directly. The email will also be in the description down below. Stay tuned for more out of the collection, more fun stuff, some driving footage, all sorts of stuff coming soon. So take care, have a good day.